Interesting research I'm reading here says could be that big companies are wasting their money by hiring celebrities to endorse their product. Most people say celebrities don't inspire them to do anything. What makes them buy something is a recommendation from a friend or a family member, or maybe they just go online and do consumer research to buy things. Most people aren't going to buy a car just because Tiger Woods drives it. Most people aren't going to buy cologne because Jack Nicholson smears it on. Most people aren't going to get an American Express card because Robert De Niro has one. And Lord knows, I don't want to use the same razor that David Hasselhoff uses. Molded edge. Except, of course, for the grease matchup. People act on Nino Greasemanelli's recommendation because they know Big Daddy wouldn't steer you wrong. Here we go. WMET now presents the Ring Dang Do. Prepare yourself for a trip into insanity. Activate. Activate. 866 Schwade is my telephone number.
Let's move about. 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's round-up time. Come on. Feel it with me. Let's go rollin'. Let's go rollin'.
Keep rolling.
Well, Iowa has some serious laws restricting the movements of sex offenders. So some of them have moved to campgrounds. Yeah, some sex offenders are listing campgrounds in county and state parks in Iowa as their home addresses because they're out of money. They're struggling to find and keep a job. They're facing state laws and town ordinances that keep them from living in many places. Yeah, state law bars sex offenders with crimes against children from living within 2,000 feet of a school or certified daycare center. Some can't live within 2,000 feet of swimming pools, libraries, parks, or trails. So the perverts have nowhere to go. They're living out in the woods, in tents, gazing up at the stars at night. I guess. Hear about the guy stabbed a black bear to death with a 15... How long is 15 centimeters long? How long? Oh, I see. I'm sorry. 2 inches? That's it? Stabbed a bear to death with a 2-inch hunting knife? He said if he didn't do it, he knew he'd become lunch. Wow. It was Tom Tilley, 55 years old, lives in Waterloo, Ontario. His dog growled a warning, and then a bear came at him. Bap, bit, bap, bap, bit. Stabbed him again and again and again and again and again like a scene from Psycho. He hacked away. Finally, the bear dropped dead. They say bears rarely attack humans, but there have been several killings and serious maulings in the area. Believe me, I'm not going in the woods without a big iron on my hip. I'll have a little bit more than a 2-inch hunting knife. Come to think of it, I'm not going into the damn woods at all. How about that? Here's a guy, 53-year-old man, wearing a skimpy dress while bicycling. Sheriff's deputy stopped him. This is in, Vero Beach, Florida. Wearing Wearing very short jets, the deputy noticed also he could see hydraulics and total as the guy pedaled by. Happened about 3 o'clock in the morning. Well, the guy was riding the bike, and Florida law says anyone riding the bike in the dark has to have a white light in front and a red reflector in the back. So he sees this guy riding in the dark, turns around to pull him over, notices he's wearing a woman's dress that only went to his hips, and his genitals completely exposed. Hideous mugshot of this 53-year-old guy. He's been arrested and locked up, can't make bond. God in heaven. Here's a high-profile lawyer who's taken to wearing women's clothing at what he says is a gender-bending protest against the male-dominated corruption of New Zealand's judicial system. Rob Moody, 67, turned some heads when he went to the High Court in Wellington, wearing a skirt carrying a handbag. He's a married father of 3. Says he's heterosexual, but has a strong female gender bias. Always preferred women's clothing. I think he really likes it. I don't think he's worried about the old boys network and women can't get a fair shake as attorneys. I think he likes putting women's clothing on. And you ever notice the guys that like that are big mooses like me that look ridiculous? Haven't even learned how to walk in the shoes. Well, it was the Blue Marlin's revenge. A fisherman in Hamilton, Bermuda, was recovering from surgery after he was speared in the chest and knocked into the ocean by a blue marlin during a fishing competition on Bermuda's coast. Ian Card, age 32, stable condition. Very lucky, the doctors say. He had just hooked the fish when suddenly it leaped out of the water, impaling him just below his collarbone. Knocked him into the ocean. God. They helped him back to the boat. They got him emergency treatment, but he could have bled to death or been stabbed through the heart, so he was kind of lucky. Now, the eternal slumbers of about 50 people, including a former Massachusetts governor, are about to be interrupted either by nature or by man. A sad story is all the caskets in this one graveyard are starting to slide down a steep slope. The ground is eroding at the Green River Cemetery. It looks very beautiful, but suddenly they notice that the graves are coming undone. If they don't do anything about it, suddenly caskets will come raining down on a nearby highway, bumping to a halt, ejecting the occupants. And so they're going to have to find another resting place. They want to do it right. They want to do it respectfully. They want to do it with the family members in mind, although the people they're moving probably don't care. But let's talk about living and loving and laughing. Talk about good stuff. Let's talk 10 minutes after 6. It's time to wake up with Julie. She's back from Willoughby Spit. I hope you had a good birthday getaway.
I did. Didn't you love that picture?
I loved it.
We stopped on the bridge just so we could take a picture of that sign. It said Willoughby Spit.
I love it. Yep. Julie's hometown. Appreciate you doing that. And, of course, you got my birthday messages and all that
Yes,
stuff.
they were lovely. They were lovely. I got to tell you, we saw Huey Lewis in the news. That was part of my birthday gift.
Uh-huh.
So here I am. Long story made short, I'm all dolled up. I'm there, 9th row from the stage. My mom's there, my brother, a bunch of friends and everybody. We're all jamming. This drunk guy who comes and sits in front of us looks really cute, right? Really cute guy. What does he do? He turns around and tries to pick up my mother.
Oh, man.
My mother! Yeah, I mean, she looked good. She had her teeth in. She looked good. But she had her cane and everything. And I'm there, tank top, short little skirt, looking as cute as pie. And what does he do? He tries to pick up my mother.
He wanted shelter.
I tell you, what's a girl got to do to get a date around here?
Oh, little sweetie, don't you worry about a thing. Mr. Right is around the corner.
Mr. Right now, anyway, right? Hey, inner loop of the Beltway. We're starting off with a fender bender just north of the American Legion Bridge. They're in the process of clearing that over to the shoulder, but there's still a lot of activity there, and so that's drawing your attention. Look for delays from the bridge headed up towards River Road. Outer loop, you're still in good shape. Southbound 29 at Southwood Avenue. Accident there in the right lane, so look for a brief delay trying to make your trip down towards University Boulevard. Eastbound 66 already on the brakes out of Haymarket to the bypass in Manassas, and at the Wilson Bridge, you're slowing back at 210. Update is sponsored by DC Powerball's $135 million jackpot. Play DC Lottery's instant scratch games featuring crown jewels and magic wheel. You can win prizes up to $50,000. Visit a DC Lottery retailer and play today. I'm Julie Wright with traffic, and back to be back on the Greaseman Show.
Yeah, it's good to have you back. We missed you, little darling. I feel like everything is right with the world now that Julie's back in charge.
Mwah!
Oh, that felt nice.
All right, I'll see you in a bit.
Thanks, man. All right, Sam Farber says partly to mostly cloudy with a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms later today. 85 degrees. Mostly sunny Wednesday, 88. Thursday, back to that chance of a thunderstorm, high in the low 90s. And then Friday, partly cloudy with a stray thunderstorm, high temp in the upper 80s. Right now, 72 degrees. Got to take a break. I'll be back with more of the Greaseman Show.
Open up and say ah. More of your daily dose of grease is ahead on WMET 1160.
Takeout dinner can really solve a time crunch, but great takeout provides quality meals for busy people. The August issue of Montgomery County Insight tells where to find great takeout in a variety of cuisines all around the county. Montgomery County Insight is a free, full-color lifestyle magazine celebrating the best Montgomery County has to offer. Does the high cost of gas have you considering a hybrid? Wondering what's involved in owning one? The August issue of Insight provides all of the latest models. Insight is available at all Border Books, Whole Foods, and Barnes & Nobles, and most Giant Foods, as well as a variety of other locations throughout Montgomery County. If you have a product or service you'd like to advertise to Montgomery County residents, or if you'd like to subscribe to Insight for $24 a year, call 301-977-0330. Or check us out on the web at mcinsight.net. Because you can never have enough insight.
Airtight windows and doors. Airtight's customers tell them the quality of their doors and windows is unmatched, that their installation is superb, and that Airtight's prices are unbeatable. Replace your doors and windows using Airtight, and you'll get 40% cost savings and 40% energy savings guaranteed. Let them prove it. Get your free, no-obligation estimate. Airtight Windows and Doors offers superb quality at low factory direct prices. And Airtight is 5-star rated with the highest customer satisfaction rating in the area. Replace your doors and windows using Airtight, and you'll get 40% cost savings and 40% energy savings guaranteed. For a free, no-obligation estimate, call Airtight toll-free locally at 1-800-401-DOOR. That's 1-800-401-DOOR for Airtight Windows and Doors.
The Greaseman in the morning and great programs the rest of the day and night. 50,000 watts of power. This is WMET World Radio. There are opportunities for time-brokered programs evenings and weekends on WMET 1160 AM. For more information, contact us at 202-969-9085 or at www.WMET1160.com.
Federal employees and retirees, here's a message about an organization you need to hear. It's NARF, the National Active and Retired Federal Employees Association. If you work for Uncle Sam, you need NARF. NARF is the only association that's dedicated to making sure your retirement is secure when you reach retirement in 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, or more. Don't wait until after you retire to join NARF. Call them at 800-627-3394 or online at www.narfe.org. That's 800-627-3394 or online at narfe.org.
The guy is nuts. Grab him. Go ahead. Grab him. Grab him again. Go on. Grab him again. Again.
Grab it.
He likes it. It's Grease on WMET 1160.
It's the Grease High Stepping. Look at this. Look at this. Hi, how you doing?
Hi, is this Greaseman?
Yes, sir. You made it.
Hi, Greaseman.
Yeah.
Hi, I want to tell you, I listen to your show all the time. I'm an over-the-road tractor-trailer driver.
That's great. Thanks.
Okay, I'm married and I have a kid on the way. But I'm out looking for a house.
Yeah.
Okay, and my real estate agent, she's a blonde, and she is smoking.
Yeah.
She's about 3 years older than I am, and she got legs that will wrap around your neck. Unbelievable.
Oh, and you're obviously coveting your real estate agent.
Well, the first night, the wife, the funny little honey, and I went out and met her going house shopping.
Yeah?
She knew it. We went and met her. The second time we went out house shopping, it was just the real estate agent and I, and she was a lot looser. The skirt got a lot shorter, and the cleavage was sticking out, and the old double bubbles were just hanging all over the place, and she was sort of going off track. We were out shopping.
So she's taking you from house to house to show you several she had in mind for you.
Right.
She's driving, you're sitting there.
Right.
She's saying, here's one that's in your price range that I think you might like.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but the conversation was a lot more intimate than when your wife was sitting there in the back seat.
Well, the second time she was nowhere around. The wife was working. We were out shopping, and I'll tell you, she was looking for a house, so to speak, was sort of in the back of her mind.
She was looking for a slice.
I think she wanted to ride the old pony there.
Did she touch you in any way?
No, there was no touching. There was no talking about it, but just the way she was drifting off course and the way she loosened up. We went back to her office.
Yes.
And she took her overcoat off, and she pretty much almost, I'll tell you, the old double bubbles were just about hanging out there.
Did you offer to have a drink?
No, I didn't offer to have a drink yet. I really don't know what to do. I really didn't run around on the old lady, and I don't know if I want to, but...
This is almost too hard to resist.
If this was a 10, if there was a 10, she's a 9 3/4.
Well, I tell you, this is the thing you must realize, especially you newlyweds sitting right there. As the years go by, you'll see people that are pretty sweet. But as you've made that marital commitment before God, country, family, this is one of those times where you're going to have to say, well, you can't do it.
Yeah, I really don't want to, but it's really tempting, you know?
Yeah. Well,
on the road, when I'm on the road, you know, you hear them lot lizards out there in the truck stops. And,
yeah.
I mean, I would never think about even pulling into.
Yeah, but this is so sweet. This ain't a lot lizard. This is clean merchandise.
It sure is. And, it's very...
She knows your status. She knows you're married with a child on the way. For God's sake, you're buying a house. The last thing you need is a divorce or a complication. She might be just sweeping her desk clean one day for a quick no-frills. The perfect realty company. And not only give you a house and financing, but a snarling to boot.
Snarling would be nice.
Oh, yeah, you get that on the blotter special right there, huh? Oh, I don't know.
The funny thing is, she's married with kids, too, she tells me.
Even more. She's got as much to lose as you do.
So I know if she won't tell, I won't, right?
Yeah, but I'm not giving you permission for this. I'm not going to give you a, yes, you may violate this woman and the sanctity of your marriage. Just because you're married with a child, she's married with a child. On the surface, it appeals like the perfect extracurricular stuff. Huh?
Yeah, I really don't want to trip over any tree stumps there, that's for sure.
That's it. She might call you up. She might call you up 3 days later. I've left my husband and children. Now we can be together all the time in the new house that I've picked out for us.
The worst part is she would know where I live.
Yeah, she knows where you live. Bricks start coming through the window.
Then we got some trouble.
So this might be one of those things you just think about and wail away.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe I'll wail away and the wife and picture her in the back of my mind. How's that?
Yeah, I mean, it's legal to see somebody sweet and use that image in your mind to not only wail away, but to heighten sexual expression. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know right where you're coming from. So I really what you recommend is I cut the old slice from Mama there. And
yeah. And maybe occasionally think about this woman, what it would have been like to caress those, as you so bucolically put it, double bubbles. To hold her close.
Yeah, she has them hanging out.
You've made that quite clear. The Wonder Bra was at work. I think, sir, you're too consumed with this woman. I think you're completely consumed. Unless you have some sort of cathartic end to this episode, you may live life in a complete psychological state of frustration. Unless you zap it, to put it bluntly, you may find yourself every waking moment, teeth on edge, thinking about it.
Well,
but yet
I'll tell you, Grease, I was thinking
wrong.
about it.
I know you're thinking about it. By golly, I can tell you've already done it in your mind.
Oh, well, me and her, I pictured her completely stripped down and...
Yes. Yes. Well, be careful, sir. I know you're tempted to sit down in her office and say, look, there's something happening here that goes beyond realty. Let's just get it out in the open. There is musk in the air. I know you want me and I want you. I know you're tempted to say, look, I got a wife, I got a daughter, I got something that I would never trash. I'm buying a new house, for God's sake. You have a husband. Look at the beautiful kids on your desk. There's no way you'd want to hurt them. But yet, who are we but animals? Animals that breed. Animals were made by God himself to have lusts and desires. Who are we but the human beings that existed far before you knew your husband or me before I knew my wife? If there were a way to bury it deep.
Actually, I believe a snarling would be quite...
A snarling would be sufficient. No, I don't believe that's going to work. In for a penny, in for a pound, you know?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, be careful. Have some strength.
Great, I'll be listening to your show all the time. I think you're great. You have everything going on there.
If she gives you one of those calendars with her picture on it, don't take it.
Oh, no.
Last thing you need is to hang that up on the refrigerator and see her face every day. Be careful. I feel you're about to succumb. You're going to be in that office one night, 10:30, 10:45, allegedly looking at houses. Oh, God. Oh, God. Your wife home with the baby? Geez, I wonder how Brad and the real estate are doing. Boy, it's too bad he had to be out there driving from house to house. I know he's very bored. It's forgotten! Your children's forgotten! All you're thinking of those double bombers! The guilt. All right, sir. Be careful. You're on dangerous waters there, okay?
Oh, yeah, I think I'm definitely in the battlefield here.
I think you're there. I think all you've done is you just one tug of pulling that pin out of that grenade. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. I'm already holding it. The pin's in the other hand.
Yeah, you are. The pin's in the other hand. You got your hand on the spoon, and you're just ready to let her fly, aren't you?
Oh, I sure am. Like I said, I've been thinking about it.
All right, well, call me. Let me know what you do.
I'll do that.
Maybe I can get some sort of titillation from your marital violation. All right, sir.
All right, Grease.
Thank you.
Take care.
You bet.
Bye.
Bye-bye. I think he's going. I think he's going to do it. I think they're going to kick that door shut. Yeah, he may even say, look, let's not even look at the damn houses. One's the same as another, and we got 2 hours. Let's make the most of it. That's what I think he's going to do. And, oh, I shudder. I shudder at the violation. He and only he will have to live with himself. It's WMET and online at WMET1160.com. Sprinting through another day. It's Grease and Julie Wright.
Yeah, we're not sprinting on the Beltway at this time, unfortunately. We had an accident on the inner loop of the Beltway north of the American Legion Bridge. They have cleared that over to the shoulder, but it's still causing a bit of a distraction, which means you're slowing north of the bridge, trying to make your way past River Road. Southbound 29 at Southwood Avenue. We had an accident there, tying up the right lane. Expect some delays headed down towards University Boulevard. Southbound 270, busy on the top side with delays making your way past Route 80 in Urbana. Northbound 95 in Virginia. We're below speed from the Prince William Parkway out towards Route 1. Route 1 traffic will slow from the Occoquan up towards 123, and at the Wilson Bridge, look for a backup forming at 210. Update is sponsored by Kia Motors and your local neighborhood Kia retailers, who invite you to experience the all-new Kia Sedona, the highest safety-rated minivan ever built. Kia, the power to surprise. I'm Julie Wright with traffic on The Grace Man Show.
All right, Julie, thanks so much. Talk to you next half hour.
See you in a bit, baby.
Okay. Bye-bye. You know the weather, usual. Slight chance of showers and thunderstorms late in the day today. Today will be creasing 85. Thunderstorms tonight. Tomorrow, though, it's supposed to be very nice. Mostly sunny, upper 80s. No mention of rain. So, right now, 72 degrees as we take a pause. I'll be back with more of the Grease Man Show.
Don't touch that dial. It's got grease on it. Here on WMET 1160.
Hey, you. The guy behind the wheel?
Who are you?
I'm your car, pal.
I didn't know cars could talk.
Where have you been? Remember such classics as Fuel is Low, Door is Open?
Yeah.
Anyway, I want to talk to you about getting us out of D.C. for a little R&R.
Are you kidding? With gas prices what they are, I'm not going anywhere.
Listen, Luray Caverns is only 90 minutes west from the Beltway, the largest, most beautiful caverns in Eastern America. We're talking awe-inspiring colors and hues and columns you won't believe.
Yeah, I've heard the caverns are wonderful.
And so is the clean, fresh air and friendly people, and the really quaint downtown Luray with its shops and dining.
Yeah, right.
And, an incredible antique car museum next to the caverns, plus Shenandoah National Park with lodges and cabins along Skyline Drive.
Okay, enough. You're driving me crazy.
Well, I'll shut up if you let me drive you to Luray. Be there in 90 minutes.
You got a deal, Motormouth.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Check us out at LurayCaverns.com.
If you're a golfer, this message is for you. Hi, I'm Ronnie Mervis. Please join me at our annual golf tournament to benefit kids with Gaucher disease. This unforgettable golf classic will be fought out at Avenel. This is your chance to play the spectacular Tournament Players Club course, and you'll help find a cure for Gaucher disease. That's a wonderful thing to do. The date is Monday, August the 14th. For the sake of kids everywhere, come out and join me, Ronnie Mervis, for a day of golf, fun, and networking. This is an amateur event. You don't have to swing like a pro to enter. Just take a shot. Who knows? With so many prizes, including Mervis Diamond ear studs, you could be lucky. There are still a few spots open, and company sponsorships are welcome. Bring out your best clients and bring a new driver. I look forward to seeing you at Avenel on Monday the 14th. To register or for more information, please call 1-800-GAUCHER. That's spelled G-A-U-C-H-E-R, or go online to gaucherdisease.org.
This past summer, my husband got me to try golfing. And what do you know? I needed a pain reliever for my sore shoulders. Then I convinced him that we should get a dog. That's when I got a headache medicine, too. For different pains, I had different pain relievers. But now, I'm all Advil. Advil's my every pain reliever. Wherever I hurt, Advil works. And nothing's proven stronger on tough pain than Advil. I'm all Advil. Are you all Advil?
Use as directed compared to OTC pain relievers.
Culture Shocks with Barry Lynn is heard here on WMET weekdays at 5 p.m.
It's just the point is that men are being taught to be like women, and the problem is that if you do that continuously, men are going to learn to become women. And
what does that mean? Men are going to learn to become
women.
They're
going to be wimps, and they already are in a lot of ways.
Yeah, William, let him respond. You made some pretty serious accusations, which
you sit there and call me a murderer, sir?
Culture Shocks. You never know what you're going to hear.
The Grease goes on here on WMET 1160.
Hi, 7 with the Grease.
Ain't my job. Doing your birthday. Ain't my job.
And welcome to a new day.
Doing your birthday.
While you were in the rack,
I got job.
We've come up with the topicality.
Birthday.
The bits, the stories, it's all right here. Served up piping hot, 50,000 watts worth. Let's get a little topicality on. YDB's enjoy a little time off. We got Doug Pershing standing by. Good morning and welcome.
Thanks, Grease. Good morning. The news sponsored by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. A Maryland candidate for the U.S. Senate stands accused of raping his mail-order bride. Democrat David Dickerson of Baltimore has been charged with beating and raping his 19-year-old wife from Latvia. Dickerson says despite the charges, he's still running for office in November. Baltimore County Police are investigating. A D.C. police commander who made what some had called questionable remarks is now back on the job in Georgetown. It was a couple weeks ago when Commander Andy Solberg told a crowd that seeing black people in Georgetown was unusual for that part of town. Solberg made the comments after a couple of high-profile crimes in that posh part of town. He did later apologize. Because of the crime emergency that's still in effect in D.C., there's a new curfew for kids in the city. Mayor Williams says starting July 31st, kids under the age of 16 will have to be off the streets at 10 p.m. The alternate curfew will remain in effect until the end of August. And looks as if Scotty will be beamed up after all. The Houston-based company Space Services says it plans to launch the remains of Star Trek star James Doohan into space. Doohan died last year at age 85, and you may remember it was back in 1997 when the same company launched the remains of Star Trek creator
Gene Roddenberry into space. Did you know that just one organ and tissue donor saves or improves up to 50 lives? Choose to donate by calling 866-99-DONATE or visit organdonor.gov. That's the news. I'm Doug Parrish on The Greaseman Show.
All right, sir. Thank you. Welcome aboard. I look forward to your next installment. And away he goes. It's the dude dad from D.C., and you ought to see me do my stuff. I'm a papa from Poolsville, and I just can't get enough. Like to hobble and I like to gaze, like to travel to the old Bombays. I'm a dude daddy from D.C., and you ought to see me do my stuff. Oh, man, do we have topicality for you today? Yeah, let me see here. Oh, yeah, here's a new talking urinal that you may run into. They're going to start at Nassau County, New York, but if it catches on there, it may be everywhere. It's called the Wismark Urinal Communicator. They've ordered 100 of them. It's a little automatic machine they put in there that's waterproof. It senses the presence of somebody and then plays an announcement, probably to do with responsible drinking. Something like, well, while you're taking a moment away from the bar, assess how much you've had before you get into your car. Now enjoy a quiet moment with you and what you're famous for. But when you go back to the bar, think twice about having that other drink. Now flush. Something like that. That'll be kind of wacky, I think, huh? Oh, God. Here's a guy in Toledo. Drove his car into a Denny's restaurant, injuring 3 women seated at a booth. Police said Joshua Dorfmeyer had a blood alcohol level more than twice the legal limit. The women were eating at the Denny's in Rossford, Ohio, and they were sitting in there. He told police his foot got caught under a pedal, causing him to hit the gas instead of the brake. But because he was licking up, he's in jail. And don't tempt a woman when she's angry. Here's a guy in North Carolina. Police there say a woman stabbed her husband after he dared her to do it. And they say she's confessed to his death. Sherry Jo Clausen, 45, in the slammer. She's accused of stabbing Ronnie Clausen, 49. Witnesses told investigators that both the Clausens were using drugs and alcohol when an argument broke out. One witness said the husband dared his wife to stab him. She said, you dare me? Yeah, you don't have the guts. You can't do anything, right? Why should you be killing me? I know you couldn't even do that. You're no good. She stuck him. And stuck him good. She's in there on a $100,000 bail. I'm sure the drugs have worn off. She's sober now, remembering sweet Ronnie and the love that brought them together. The anger that separated them. It's about 25 before 7. It's the Grease. Thanks for dialing up, WMET.
Grease, it's Bobby. I'm calling to let you know about a little incident I had a couple days ago.
What happened, Bobby?
Well, I was supposed to pick up a load down there in Virginia, and it wound up it didn't go through until the next day. So I was laying over, and I wound up having a lady of the evening come up to me.
When you at the truck stop?
Yeah.
And so you're sleeping quietly in the sleeper, and all of a sudden, whap, 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 there's a knock at the door.
Basically, yeah, that's what happened. So she asked me if you wanted to have some company. I said sure, because it's been a while since I was with a woman.
Yeah.
And, we were going at it for a while, and then next morning when I go to make up my delivery, make up my pickup, wound up, it was the receptionist there. She comes out with my bills, and there she was.
Wow, so maybe she was. Did you pay her money?
Yeah.
How much she want?
Oh, she got $45.
And did she spend the night, or she just did what she had to do and then left?
Oh, she spent the night, believe it or not. And she got up early enough and she left.
Well, that's pretty wild.
I thought it was pretty wacky. I figured to tell you about it.
Did she say anything like, hey, last night was something special for me?
Oh, yeah, she had a good time. We wound up going at it again, and, I didn't complain about it. I wasn't going to argue with her. She was very good-looking, Grease.
You got your $45 worth, I guess.
Oh, yeah, I figured instead of going out and having dinner and a couple drinks, cut to the chase, right?
Well, that's wild. And now the only thing about that is she's probably doing that every night with a different guy that pulls in there.
Well, you know how it goes. You got to have protection, right?
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
You didn't do any face burial or anything?
No, Grease. No feasting on the East.
Did you kiss her?
No.
Well, that seems like a distant but yet tragically personal relationship. No kissing, no feasting.
Just right to the point.
Just who's your daddy, who's your daddy. Was there any cuddling of any kind?
Oh, yeah, a little bit, yeah.
But for the most part, there was just the act.
That's it. So I figured
I'm shuddering, sir.
Yeah. Well, I just figured to let you know. It was kind of funny when she come walking out with my bills, and there it was, right there in front of me, the same person that was with me last night.
Yeah.
So.
Kind of creepy a little bit, eh?
A little bit, yeah.
All right, thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Grease.
You bet. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I appreciate you sharing the story with me. Oh, man. Talk about the heebie-jeebies. Yeah, but that's all people want, I guess. Is a quick deposit of baby batter and then on with their life. No, he's thought better of telling me that story for fear of complication. Oh. So I instead will tell you a story. Climb up on my feet. Let me take you back to a simpler time. When guys weren't hobbling their real estate agents or getting snarlings from lot lizards. But then again, that's probably always been going on. George Washington probably knocked the bottom out of the woman that sold him Mount Vernon. So who's to say, We just didn't hear about it in those days. A simpler time when bridge clubs got together. I know Mom and the ladies always got together for tea and a game of bridge. Daddy liked it because he'd be upstairs filing his Playboy catalog, taking care of those things he couldn't normally do. And Mom would be downstairs with the bridge club. Well, one day they're playing bridge when we all heard from outside. Well, we went running out there. Young girl had lost control of her car. And when she hit the fire hydrant, the gear shift lever became buried deeply in the scamper. I mean, you couldn't even see half the handle. I mean, it was just buried in there. Well, she was knocked unconscious mercifully. And as we waited for the distant whine of the siren on the ambulance, one of Mama's friends looked at her in the hideous impalement and said, I'd say that young lady is impregnable. And Mom looked at her and said, no, I'd say it's more like she's unbattable. One of the other ladies said, no, I'd say she's inconceivable. Daddy looked in there and scratched a name off of his black book and said, no, I'd say that she's inscrutable.
You know what? Yes. I'm happy.
It's the Greaseman Show.
Yeah, blasted audio will present your tweet is 50,000 watt style here at WMET. The Grease in charge. She had a week to refresh, a week to celebrate her birthday, a week to go see Huey Lewis in the News. The heart of rock and roll is to the beat.
I'm telling you, man, heart and soul. I want a new drug. Oh, it was awesome.
That's great. And
I had a good time. I heard from my pal Jeff in New Jersey.
Good for you.
I love Jeff in New Jersey.
Yeah, he writes all the time. We got worldwide capability, and Jeff is a loyal branch Doodadian here at WMET, where Julie's back and ready with traffic.
And by the way, he said to inform him if you did not give me a birthday gift, he would make sure that you got a gift from him.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Just saying.
Okay.
Just putting it out there. I got people. I got peeps.
It's a deal.
Hey, southbound Baltimore-Washington Parkway before the New York Avenue, Kenilworth Avenue split. We got a disabled vehicle there. That's tying up the left lane. Heads up, making that trip out of Riverdale headed in towards northeast. Outer loop of the Beltway slowing from New Hampshire Avenue around to Georgia Avenue. The accident southbound 29 after Southwood Avenue is gone. On the inner loop of the Beltway, the wreck north of the American Legion Bridge, but before River Road is still there. It's off the road to the right. Two vehicles, they wound up in the wooded area there, kind of facing the wrong direction. So that's causing a distraction, but the lanes are open, but traffic does slow off of the bridge. Eastbound 66 below speed out of Haymarket to the bypass in Manassas and slow traffic at 50 Fair Oaks. Look for 95 delays in Woodbridge. And on the inner loop of the Beltway, you'll slow at 210 headed for the Wilson Bridge. Update is sponsored by Zips Dry Cleaners. Do the math. Save $1, $2, or even $3 on every piece of dry cleaning at Zips. In by 9, out by 5, just $1.85. Find your Zips at 321zips.com. I'm Julie Wright with traffic on The Greaseman Show.
All right, little cutie. Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Big Daddy. See you in a bit.
You bet. Bye-bye. Let's see what's what weather-wise. Sam Farmer is in for Glenn Fry, who's taking a vacation himself.
Good morning, Grease. Taking a look at your weather forecast for today, Tuesday, July 25. Partly cloudy with a possible isolated thunderstorm this afternoon or tonight. Best chances of that happening are between 4 and 6 and after 10. High of 84, low of 69, and about a 20 to 30%.
Dealers have direct access to them. Mervis Diamond Importers is one. By importing directly, we offer superior quality at the lowest price. So when you're thinking diamonds, please call Mervis Diamond Importers. You'll be impressed at how much you can save on the world's finest gems. Mervis Diamond Importers. Mervis means more diamonds, much better quality, and the most value. Financing is available. Go to mervisdiamonds.com to learn more. For an appointment, call 1-800-HER-LOVE. Nobody pays retail anymore. Why should you?
Let's face it, most everyone can use some extra cash from time to time.
Ted is a Check and Go associate.
So I tell people that no matter what the reason, you can get the cash you need at Check and Go. We'll hold your personal check till payday. Contact us. We'll explain everything and make it easy for you.
Call 1-800-561-CASH to find a Check and Go near you. Or get a cash advance online at checkandgo.com.
Cash advance is subject to certain terms and conditions. See website for details. Ohio license 750310.
The Grease Man in the morning and great programs the rest of the day and night. 50,000 watts of power. This is WMET World Radio. There are opportunities for time-brokered programs evenings and weekends on WMET 1160 AM. For more information, contact us at 202-969-9085 or at www.WMET1160.com.
Former Hershey syrup users are telling us why they switched to Rich Chocolate Ovaltine.
I was looking for something more nutritious for the kids because they drink a lot of chocolate milk. I never really thought about Ovaltine until we went to my mother-in-law's house. Now, that's all we drink. I even got my mom to try Ovaltine. She was a die-hard Hershey syrup person. She was here watching the kids, so she had to drink Rich Chocolate Ovaltine. She loved the Ovaltine taste. Now she drinks it too.
Ovaltine. Try it for the nutrition. Keep buying it for the taste.
More Ovaltine, please!
Hey, Grease here with a word for my fans who work for the federal government or once worked for Uncle Sam. You think your retirement money and health plan are pretty secure, huh? Well, let me tell you something. All that you work so hard for could disappear like a morning constitutional at the whim of the folks on Capitol Hill. My advice to you feds and former feds is check out NARF, the National Active and Retired Federal Employees Association. They're the ones that do the shrieking for you on Capitol Hill. Help them to help you.
Abadoogie. If you have to ask, you don't want to know. It's Grease here on WMET 1160.
All right. Yeah. Beat the drums. Yep. Whip, whip, whip. Yep. And so a bulky man rises to face the day. Nino Grease Minelli pulling on his seersucker suit, lumbering out the door way too early, driving down the road, one eye open, squinted against the rising camel smoke. But yet, thank God other people are up and around, too. It's always nice to talk to people. Hi, how you doing? What you see? What you say? Good morning. I think,
yes,
yeah, there you go. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I got a call from you yesterday, but unfortunately I was at work.
Oh, well, thanks for emailing me. Sorry I missed you.
Hey, well, my sweetie was just walking out the door, and she was like, oh, no, I don't know if I should take the call or not.
Uh-huh.
And she was kind of like a little hesitant.
Did I talk to her?
No. She had to head on out, but we were at night.
Oh, good. I'm glad you came to see the show.
It was wild.
Yeah, it was a good crowd. I really had a nice time.
Oh, we did. It's the first time she's ever seen you or really kind of heard you, and a little red-faced here and there.
Well, that was I say that, you know, when I'm doing those in-person stand-up routines, they are certainly of an adult nature.
Oh, she had a lot of fun.
Did she giggle?
Oh, she more than giggled.
And then when you came home, sir, did you find that she was eager to cut a slice?
Oh, We could probably say that.
And did you notice she was unduly ready for action?
Very.
I submit to you, sir, that just so you know your wife better, what actually happened last night when you got home, she was actually making love to me. She came home all night long after watching me striding back and forth on the stage. She was thinking, oh, God, on the one hand, I'm appalled by this man they call Nino Grismanelli, but on the other, he cuts to the crux of humanity. Look at the way he lumbers around the stage. Not pretty in a pretty boy way, but yet vaguely attractive in a manly way. Grotesquely overdeveloped in some parts of his body, still others, his eyes darting back and forth. And though she came ready to be upset and appalled, she was horrified to find that halfway through my act, she noticed serious seepage. By the time the act was done, she was sitting on go.
Oh.
Quickly, she grabbed you by the sleeve and said, come on, honey, let's go home. We have an early roll call. But yet, you were somewhat delighted to find, the second you went through the door, she pulled you hungrily to the boudoir. Without so much as a by your leave. You're thinking this is great. Little do you know, visions of Nino Grismanelli dance in her head. Time and time again, she wishes those fetid cheeseoids' arms bouncing against the Bombay doors were mine. But it doesn't matter, really, since you received the benefit of her largesse. I guess we both win, don't we, sir?
Definitely.
Me by the fact she was there, and you by the fact you took her hungry desire and made it yours.
That you did, Grease.
This is your wife now singing in the shower. As the water touches her sweet pouting bosom, she feels fulfilled as a woman. She's stripped before me, before we even get into the bed. She imagines me sitting there on the edge of the bed as she peels, knowing full well I'm equally filled with desire. And so she closed her eyes, and for a minute she was there, in my arms. For a minute she was smelling my aqua velva, my right guard, my men and speed stick. For a minute she was there, fist locked around the fetid fuselage, on which she's fantasied so much. For a second, she rode the wild meat lightning of Nino Grismanelli. For a second, she found her paradise. Then she opened her eyes and was like, ah! What are you doing here? Listen to her as she sings the sound of the contented woman. Thanks for coming to see me.
We had a good time. It was something special.
Thank you for bringing your wife unto me.
Well, best to you there, Grease.
Thanks, you, sir.
All right, ciao.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
God. Let me take a... Well, actually, we got a couple of people have emailed me, so this guy calls in. Let me call out for a couple of quick ones. It's just nice that people take the time to... All right, dear Grease, please give me a call. And call anytime. All right. Let's do it. I really want to do it.
Hello?
Hey, what little day.
What little I, what little low.
What little dum. Are you up and around?
Well, actually, I'm on my way out the door, Grease, buddy.
Oh, man, are you going to be late?
Yeah, I got to go over another hideous.
Oh, man, what do you got lined up? Another stinking day at the job?
Another fetid fecal. Actually, I'm going to Grease Man impersonation school.
Are you really?
Yes, indeed.
Well, that's great. I didn't know there was one, but there's a lot of unauthorized things springing up on the web. And you know how sometimes women are upset when their husbands start talking like me. Imagine you and me having lunch together somewhere. Can you imagine what would it be like if a waiter came up and said, yeah, gentlemen, can we take your order? And I looked at the waiter and said, well, you know what I'd like? Some tater tots and a bone-dry martini. What about you, Steve?
Yeah, buddy, well, I'd like a stinking bowl of tuna fish.
All right, that's a martini and a bowl of stinking tuna fish.
Tuna fish. Oh, I'd like a roasted...
Oh, here she comes. Mum's the word. Imagine the two of us achieving a simultaneous Shangri-La if we decide to double-do some name.
It would sound like this.
think we'd drive the world crazy, you and me, we were to team up.
Oh, well, I drive enough people crazy as it is.
All right, well, I'll leave you to your day.
All right, buddy.
Thank you so much for the continued email
yes.
and the wacky imitations. I appreciate it.
All right, well, it's a pleasure to talk to you, buddy.
All right, and likewise, sir. You too.
See you later.
All right, bye-bye. That's nice. Very flattered. People occasionally pick up the mannerisms. Very nice indeed. All right, well, 50,000 watts of Julie Wright with a little peek at the traffic.
Guess what we have this morning?
Flipping.
Absolutely. It occurred inbound on Route 4 before you reach Dower House Road. Overturned vehicle. It looks like the left side of the road is now blocked at the scene. Southbound, Baltimore-Washington Parkway before New York Avenue. Disabled vehicle tying up the left lane. Inner loop of the Beltway north of the American Legion Bridge. The accident still off the road to the shoulder. Rollback now on the scene to retrieve those vehicles. That is causing a bit of a distraction. Traffic slows north of the Georgetown Pike, trying to make your way past the scene. Southbound 270, we're slowing from Urbana, headed down towards the truck scales. Top stretch of the outer loop slows from 95 around to Georgia Avenue. Update is sponsored by Volkswagen Passat. The Volkswagen Passat, lowest eco emissions of any German-engineered sedan. Stop by your local Washington, D.C. area Volkswagen dealer today and take a joyride. I'm Julie Wright with traffic on the Greaseman Show.
All right, Julie, thanks so much. Well done. This latest birthday you've passed, I think it's just made you better.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
Like a fine wine, getting better with age.
There you are, little cutie. Talk to you next hour.
See you in a bit.
No. Sam Farber says, watch out. Cloudy day today. We got a chance of a shower, thunderstorm tonight. Be on your guard for volatility. Tomorrow's supposed to be nice, though. Sunshine, 88. Right now, 72 degrees. Stand by. There's more of the Greaseman Show.
The Greaseman Show. It'll knock your pants off. Here on WMET 1160.
Every year I get itchier and itchier.
Honey, you're going to scratch your skin off.
As we age, skin is more prone to itching. And boy, scratching can do real damage. New Maximum Strength Lanacane penetrates skin twice as fast with powerful itch-stopping medicine. Plus, an antibacterial helps kill germs. Ah, that's better.
I haven't seen digging like that since you put in the petunias.
New Maximum Strength Lanacane stops the itch, saves your skin. Use only as directed.
Homeowners, if you want to spend less on bills, how about reducing your mortgage payment up to 33%? It's easy with Quicken Loans. Just write down this number, 800-316-5711. Quicken Loans can show you how to cut your mortgage payment up to 33%, so you can make your money work harder, like paying off. Just call 800-316-5711. With over 151, 800-316-5711. Quicken Loans, America's home loan experts. Equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states. Call now, 800-316-5711.
Hello and welcome back to Ask the Orkin Man.
Hello, Orkin Man.
Hi.
As a banker, I want to know if our financial institutions are safe from invaders.
Well, invaders attack the biggest investment most people make, their homes. Termites cause more damage than fires, earthquakes, and tornadoes put together.
Oh, no. How will this affect the markets?
Well, I would rate Orkin a buy. Orkin has been fighting invasions for over 100 years. We know how to control termites.
Protect your home, protect your family. Orkin can help. Call 1-800-ORKIN-MAN for a free inspection.
An important message for motorists.
Gas is killing me.
You've suffered long enough.
Really hurts when I fill up.
Relief is on the way.
Gas, you can pay a high price. Or just grab a new Rolaids Plus Soft Chew and feel better.
New Rolaids Plus stops gas with the most effective anti-gas medicine available. Tums can't. Chewy, not chalky, now Rolaids Plus stops heartburn and the pain and bloating of gas.
Who can afford gas? Use Rolaids Plus Gas Relief.
Use it directed.
A DC tour makes most folks think of the Smithsonian and the Lincoln Memorial. But for military families, a DC tour means long working hours, the slug line, and trying to make up for lost family time. Hi, I'm J.C. Eckert, syndicated military columnist and author of the Homefront Club. On the J.C. Eckert Show, we'll talk about employment, money, kids, and keeping those military kisses hot enough to be worth waiting for. Join us on the J.C. Eckert Show, Saturdays at 1 p.m. here on WMET 1160.
If your radio is hobbling, gobbling, or wobbling, it's gotta be Grease.
That's right.
On WMET 1160.
All right. Here comes Big Daddy. Well, rested, refreshed. Dusting the Old Bay crumbs off my belly from a weekend of crab crackers. Feels so sweet. Yeah, that's the way to do it. I want to thank the Baron of Both for the nice gift he sent me, a Hamden shirt. A couple of serial killer videos, man.
Dinner, like peacocks that wave at each other and show their fan. I wanted immediate action. So I thought about it. I thought a bouquet of flowers, they say, works wonders with the dames. Let me try it. So I went by Carstairs Funeral Home and swiped a bunch. Then I went to Dolores' house and rang the bell. She said, Johnny, I'm ready for our date. I said, I got a surprise. Take a look at this bouquet of flowers, which I give to you. Sweet smelling for the sweet miss. Here you go, Dolores. She said, flowers? Johnny Rico has brought me flowers? I said, well, I figured it's about time. Well, she was so thrilled. Next thing you know, her lips are on mine, crushing me with the power of her gratitude. Next thing you know, I'm dropping trow. Little Elvis is working big time. Right there in the doorway of her place. The vestibule, as we used to call it back in those days. Her mother in the kitchen, running water. Is that you, Johnny? There I was, my head lolling. Yeah, that's me, Mrs. Elvis. And Dolores had that beehive hairdo, and that was going up and down. Nearly put my eye out, and she worked that puppet. Finally, she said, well, you young people have a nice time, she called from the kitchen. I said, yeah, I think it's going to be great. So, we got in the car. We're driving away. Dolores looks in the back seat. There's 3 other bouquets in there. She said, what's for the other flowers? I said, well, after I drop you off, I got a couple other stops I got to make. And all right, now
I'm on my way to drinking up. Bone Dry. I want to let it flow, yeah. Bone Dry. So much better on ice. Watch it pour, yeah. Bone Dry.
I'm getting closer. Julie Wright celebrating with me here at WMET with the final peek in traffic.
All right, we're checking out the ride headed into downtown. Looks like Kenilworth Avenue is going to be troubled with construction again today out near Pennsylvania Avenue. Look for delays beginning back near Burroughs. Northbound 295, the main gate to Bowling Air Force Base, that is still shut down, and that is due to a police investigation. So no entrance off of the 295 corridor onto the main gate at Bowling. Traveling inbound 50, the wreck at 202 is gone. Lanes are open there. Northbound 395 traffic still slows approaching Boundary Channel Drive, crossing over the 14th Street Bridge. No accidents to report along 66. In fact, it's clearing out nicely, leaving Vienna to the Beltway. A little bit below speed through Falls Church at this time. Now, southbound 15 at 66. Authorities are dealing with an accident. They tell me the southbound lanes of 15 are blocked. Southbound 270 clearing out nicely from Germantown to the lane divide. No problems reported on 29 out of White Oak. Update is sponsored by Orkin Pest Control. Termites work 24/7, 365. Luckily, Orkin works harder. The Orkin Man has been fighting invasions for over 100 years. Protect your home, protect your family. For help, call 800-ORKIN-MAN today. I'm Julie Wright with traffic on the Grease Man Show.
Yay! Thanks, Julie. Appreciate it. We'll talk to you tomorrow as we blast through a week of excitement, adventure, and passion.
Wasn't it nice? Didn't you just feel like going reunited and it feels so good?
Yeah, I wanted to sing like Peaches and Herb.
That's right.
One of these days I'll put that song down and we'll just do it together. What do you think?
We'll do it?
Yeah.
See you tomorrow.
Oh, that was so nice.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, let me take a break right here so I have time for a parting shot before blast off. Can you linger longer? There's more of the Grease Man Show.
The Grease Man Show. It'll knock your pants off. Here on WMET 1160.
Homeowners, if you want to spend less on bills, how about reducing your mortgage payment up to 33%? It's easy with Quicken Loans. Just write down this number, 800-316-5711. Quicken Loans can show you how to cut your mortgage payment up to 33% so you can make your money work harder, like paying off high-interest credit card bills, affording home improvements, or increasing your retirement savings. Just call 800-316-5711. With over 150 exclusive loan programs, the mortgage experts at Quicken Loans have something for you. This could be the most valuable call you make all year. Find out how you can cut your monthly mortgage payment up to 33%. Call Quicken Loans right now. 800-316-5711. 800-316-5711. Quicken Loans, America's home loan experts. Equal housing lender, licensed in all 50 states. Call now, 800-316-5711.
After the baby, I started working out and got a pain reliever for my knees. Went back to work, got something else for tension headaches. Baby got big, I got one more for my back. Every new pain, a different pain reliever. But not anymore. Today, I'm all Advil. It's my every pain reliever. Advil works wherever I hurt, so I'm ready for anything. I'm all Advil. Are you all Advil?
Use as directed.
Oh, honey, I was so worried.
Yeah, I know, it's okay. The boat's a little beat up, but we're okay, thanks to the Coast Guard.
I am the port in the storm.
The slick is contained.
Roger that.
I am the line in the sand.
Oh, I got you. Hang on. Okay, take us up.
I am the rescuer in the dark.
Looks like we've got about 80 kilos here, Captain.
That's 80 kilos off the streets.
I am the enforcer of the seas.
I'm in container 38. Everything is secure.
Good work, Garcia.
I'm the defender of the homeland.
In the United States Coast Guard, you are the first line of defense against threats to our American way of life. To become one of us, call toll-free 1-877-NOW-USCG or visit gocoastguard.com.
We are the shield of freedom. We are the United States Coast Guard.
The United States Coast Guard and Coast Guard Reserve, the shield of freedom.
Sponsored by the U.S. Coast Guard in cooperation with the Maryland, D.C. Delaware Broadcasters Association and this station.
Culture Shocks with Barry Lynn is heard here on WMET weekdays at 5 p.m.
It's just the point is that men are being taught to be like women, and the problem is that if you do that continuously, men are going to learn to become women. And
what does that mean? Men are going to learn to become women.
They're going to be wimps, and they already are in a lot of ways.
Yeah, William, let him respond. He made some pretty serious accusations, which
you sit there and call me a murderer, sir?
Culture Shocks. You never know what you're going to hear.
If your radio is hobbling, gobbling, or wobbling, it's gotta be Grease.
That's right.
On WMET 1160.
Fascinating. Every day I watch Bauer and Rose arm wrestling to see who leads off with the topicality first. It's a daily battle. As two men in neatly knotted ties square off. Yeah, I can bring it in, right? What a day. But I smell the juniper belly. Dallas. There's Ray. My teeny town! Mason Hogg, last you get to think of the Green Formula 16 state. Have you never that Christmas would take the following problems of falling on my pain?
Oh, what a relief it is. What a relief.
Yeah, but tomorrow, we're going to tear the roof off the sucker, tear the roof off the sucker. We will be taking no prisoners. So till then, as we used to say back in old Mexico City, AMF.